the sun streamed through the virtual window, painting dust motes dancing in the air. It felt warm on Elias' skin, a sensation so real it sent shivers down his spine. He stretched, the muscles in his back protesting the long hours spent in Aethel, the most advanced virtual reality game ever created. He'd been playing for months, losing himself in its intricate world, but today felt different. The birdsong outside his virtual window was remarkably clear, mimicking the chirping of real birds perfectly. He stepped out of his virtual cottage onto the cobblestone path. The wind rustled through the virtual leaves of the ancient oak trees lining the path. It was a crisp autumnal day, perfectly simulated. Or was it? He reached the town square, a bustling marketplace full of virtual beings, or were they? He'd started to question the nature of the people he met in Aethel. Their conversations were so lifelike, their reactions so nuanced, it was almost impossible to tell them apart from real people. He remembered a conversation he'd had with a virtual blacksmith named Reese. Reese had talked about his family, his struggles, his dreams, all with such palpable emotion, Elias couldn't shake the feeling that Reese was somehow real. Elias bumped into a young woman, her virtual hair the color of spun gold. She apologized profusely, her virtual eyes filled with what seemed like genuine regret. He found himself instinctively reaching out to comfort her, a gesture that felt entirely natural, despite the fact it was happening within a game. The line between the game and reality was blurring, becoming increasingly indistinct. He went to his real-world mirror, a device he hadn't checked in days, and stared at his reflection. His eyes, usually bright and full of life, looked tired and haunted. The bags under them seemed darker, more pronounced than he recalled. Was this fatigue from playing Aethel, or was something else going on? He logged out of Aethel, expecting the comforting return to the familiar dullness of his apartment. But his apartment felt off. The light seemed dimmer, the air stale. He ran his fingers across his desk, the familiar texture strangely alien. The dull grey walls mocked him, while the vibrant colors of Aethel lingered behind his eyelids. The furniture seemed oddly arranged, almost like a poorly designed game level. He picked up his phone, his fingers fumbling with it. He checked the news, the headlines blurring into an indistinguishable mess. The world outside his apartment felt distant, unreal, like a badly rendered background in Aethel. Was this reality? Or was this another game level, a less polished one? Days turned into weeks, the unsettling shift continuing to spiral. His friends and family seemed distant, their words muffled, like they were speaking from a different world. They seemed off. He started to see glitches in his supposedly real world. Flickering lights, objects appearing and disappearing, conversations that felt like scripts. His real world was becoming more and more like the meticulously crafted world of Aethel. The vibrant colors of Aethel continued to haunt him, even in his so-called real life. He started to see the world through the lens of Aethel's advanced graphics engine. The trees seemed sharper, more defined, as if he could reach out and touch each individual leaf. The sky, often gray and overcast in reality, started to take on the vibrant, unbelievable blue of Aethel's skies. He wondered if he was going insane, or if the truth was far more unsettling. Was Aethel the reality, and this world, the one he'd always known, merely a lesser simulation, a poorly designed game? The thought was terrifying, yet strangely alluring. Was Reese really a virtual construct, or was he just as real, as trapped as Elias himself? The question echoed in his mind, a phantom whisper from a world he wasn't sure he could ever leave. His life felt less like living, and more like playing an excruciatingly difficult game. He wondered if he would ever escape. The lines between reality and virtual reality had vanished completely. He didn't know anymore if anything was real. He had no answers. He just had questions.